In the last 2 months, I've been spending more time on Facebook ads than ever before. So in this video, I will be teaching you everything you need to know about Facebook ads. And yes, you could be saying, but Beppe, there are lots of tutorials on Facebook. Why would they listen to you? And my response to you, little bro, is all those tutorials out there online are either too old or they just teach you some general ads bullshit. While instead, I will be teaching you in details how to run ads for your clients while having an agency. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so first things off, imagine you just got in a meeting with a client and the meeting went well, the client said yes, so you'll now work together. So first things first, you book another meeting, the kickoff meeting. Never ever ever leave a meeting without booking another meeting. So you book this meeting. Now what do? First things off, you go into Google and you write Meta Business Suite. If you already have an account, that's good enough. If you don't, then make an account. It's so simple, it's so easy. So you make an account and you go inside of it. Now this is gonna be looking a bit different for you because this is my client for now. What you're gonna do next is create a business portfolio. This, if you don't have an account, it will make you do it automatically. So first things you want to do is get into the kickoff meeting with your other client and you want to connect yourself to his account. So in case he doesn't have a Meta Business Suite, you can get into a call with him and teach him how to make an account. Anyways, once he makes this account, what you want to do is on his PC, imagine you're like in a meeting and there is the client with the screen sharing PC. So you want to press on here and go on business portfolios and you go on settings. So once you're in settings, this is my company, let's say it's a mechanic 2.0, okay. Strange name, but whatever, mechanic 2.0. So first things off, what you want to do is connect pages. So you want to connect the client's Facebook page to the Meta Business account. So what you have to do is go on pages right here, you press on add and add an existing Facebook page if the client got a Facebook page. And that's it, you put the page URL, you go on Google, you write Facebook and you put the link, you put it here and boom. If he doesn't have a Facebook page, you can just create it, or else you can do this yourself by pressing on the request and it will send a request to the client and he just has to accept it and that's about it. Secondly, the client just added his Facebook page. Now he wants to add you so you can run ads on his behalf. And what you want to do is go on people. See, this is already me, but you go on invite people. You put your email address, so the client puts your email address and now it will send you an email and you press on accept and you will basically run the Facebook ad account. So let's say blah at gmail.com. Right? So after you put the email, next here is how much control the client wants to give you. If he wants to give you full control, or if he wants to give you partial control, or the basics, which would be the ad account. That's something you and your client have to resolve, but yeah, that's easy. So once you add the page of Facebook and you add it yourself, what you want to do is create an ad account where you can run ads. So you go on accounts, under pages, it's ad account. Press here, this is an example. You do add, create a new ad account, and just create a new ad account where you're gonna run ads on behalf of your client. So let's say this mechanic 2.0 client, you're gonna run his ads on this new ad account. So you just go here, new ad account. Or else, if he already has a new ad account, you can just press this or press this. It's fine, whatever you want. That's something you gotta discuss with your client. Anyways, this is all for the preparation. Let's see, first meeting, client says yes, you book another meeting with him. Second meeting, you tell him what to do. He creates this new Meta Business account. You put yourself in the account, you put the pages of the client, and you create an ad account. So for payments, so let's say you agreed on $1,000 every month, 500 to your services, 500 to Facebook. What he has to do is go on billing and payments and just insert his card. See, just add payment method, you insert the client's card, or the clients can stop sharing screen, insert his card, and that's about it. So now you added yourself, you added the Facebook page of the client, you made an ad account, and you put the payment method. So now let's go and run the actual ads. So to run the actual ads, you go here on the bar, on the taskbar, and you press here this ads manager. You press on campaigns. Now this is what you will see. There is campaigns, ad set, ads. It can be a little complicated, but it's fine because we're gonna review everything together. So this is where you're gonna run all the ads. There is nothing to be distracted about. It's so easy, it's so simple. This is where all the results are going to be. This is all the leads that you're going to generate. This is how many people you're going to reach, the budget you're going to be using, the amount you're going to be spending every day. Because if you put a budget of 30 euros, it doesn't exactly spend 30 euros every day. It can spend 27, it can spend 32. It depends on how much traction it's doing, or if the ads is good enough or not. But anyways, this one we can go and delete them if you haven't done new. So this is a new freshly ad account. So what you want to do is create a new campaign. So now you want to press on leads. If you're doing Facebook ads, paid Facebook ads for someone, you always want to go for leads. Unless you're offering another service to increase traffic on their page, which in this case you use traffic. But since we're doing paid ads, let's say for a mechanic you're trying to bring him 10 more clients every month, what you want to do is press on leads and press continue. Now, should you use recommended settings or manual settings? If you're just a beginner, like a beginner never did this, you should use manual leads campaign, because this recommended settings, what basically says is Meta bringing all the information that it has already and making a better campaign. So since you're a beginner, stick to manual. We'll go through every setting together, don't worry. This is what you're gonna see once you create a new ad. Now I'm gonna go through every good settings that you have to put on and put off to have the best Facebook ad account for leads, of course. So you want to name this campaign something that you remember about the client. So let's say mechanic, you can name mechanic John. Let's say mechanic John. Yeah. Mechanic John doesn't have to be that fantastic. As long as you remember that this campaign is about this client, that's all you need to do. Now campaign details, action, leads, budget, you want to put on ad set budget, not campaign budget. What this does is you set a budget for each ad set. When you set campaign, it sets a budget for campaign only, and it brings money to the ad set which is doing better. But it doesn't really work good for beginners, so I would recommend to put ad set budget. A/B testing is if you had two similar ads and you want to test them both, you can put this on. As a beginner, you don't really need it. And special ad categories, if your ad is one of this, since today we're gonna be looking at only leads ad, basically ads which are gonna bring in new leads, you don't need to put this. But if you're doing any Facebook ads about social issues, housing, employment, or financial product, you should be doing this, or else you have a high chance of your account getting banned. But since we're not doing that today we're just doing about leads, this you don't need to, and you can get us on next. Now every ad should have a budget of minimum 12 euros to 16. That's like the minimum, and so you should have a minimum of 2 ads for every ad set. So you should name this ad set something which remembers you about the 2 ads, so that you don't forget. So let's say first 2 ads would be the mechanic John building a car and John helping a client. You can name this John helping plus building. Something that doesn't make you forget. Then on conversion, what you want to do is you want to press on instant forms. It depends about your client and how he converts them leads. If he has a website that you have to use, if the mechanic, let's say this mechanic has a website and the people have to go through the website to see what are the things you want to put, you can put websites. But mostly what works is instant forms. It's like a form, you ask a few questions to the client and then you will receive the form. So this is the best. But again, depends on what the clients really want. If your client wants people to go to the website, if your client wants the people to call him directly, it depends on what the client wants. But mostly what works really well is instant forms. Now here you select the Facebook page. This is my Facebook page, but let's say select the client's Facebook page and view terms, agree to terms and condition. Now what you want to do, maximize number of leads. What this basically means is, imagine you got an e-com store and there is people that buy 20 euros worth of stuff, and there is people that buy 200 euros worth of stuff. Now what this maximize conversion leads does is it puts the ad in front of those people who are more likely to buy 200 euros worth of stuff instead of the 20 euros worth of stuff. But in this case, since we're just trying to get this new mechanic, let's say just a few more leads every month, it doesn't matter if the client is gonna buy 20 euros or 200 euros. That's for just e-com store. So we want to maximize the number of leads in total. Now, about the cost per result, this optimization, dynamic creativity is like so advanced. As a beginner, you don't really need it. If you want to just put some ads out there for this mechanic guy, let's say, and getting more leads a month, more customers a month, you don't need this. This is like way advanced for an e-com store. So I'm just gonna skip to that. So the budget, I would recommend putting from 12 to 16 euros. I would recommend every day for one ad. So let's say you have 2 ad sets, and in every ad set you have 2 ads. So you put 16 euros for one ad, 16 euros for another ad, 16 and 16. So the daily budget in the ad set would be both ads combined. So let's say one ad is spending 13 euros every day, while the other one is spending 15. You do 13 plus 15, and that's 28, and here you put the number 28. Whatever. You don't need to start today. Now, the audience control is basically one of the most important controls ever. It manages your audience and targets which people you want to target. So say you want to do United States, you just write location United States. Let's say I want to do the London, right here, London. I just browse London, Canada, here, and I can do how big I want to do it. See, if I want to do the entire city of London and then this small cities around it, I can do it. So for next, advantage plus audience. So this is really important. If you're looking for something specific, you should put it. So let's say for this mechanic, it will be kind of pointless for me to target 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, as they're still trying to get their driving license in, and they're still trying to get their first car in. So it's kind of pointless for me to target these people. I can just change the genders and the details targeting. If you have a specific audience, you should put it in, and Meta is gonna do everything. But for a beginner, let's say for this mechanic kind of guy, you just choose the place, and since almost kind of everyone has a car, just let Meta do its thing. Since this Meta AI is really powerful, it's really strong, really intelligent, so just let it do its thing. Placements, just don't worry about it. This is too advanced, you don't need it. Now let's go into the actual ad. So the actual ad, you should be naming it something that you can remember. So let's say if I'm putting the post about this guy actually fixing a car, I can name it fixing car ad. So just a name that when I would read the ad, I remember which ad it is, since in the ads manager you're not gonna see any pictures. Anyways, the Facebook page, if this mechanic, let's say, has an Instagram account, you should connect an account. Now the ad set, it depends on what you want to do. A carousel is 2 images or more, while a single image is just a single image. Depending on what you want to do, you decide which one to take. Now destination, now here is where you're gonna create the form. A form is basically once the people will press on the ad, press on, let's say, book now or learn more, it will give them a form which they have to fill out with their information, so it will qualify the leads even more. So let's go and create a form. So this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna name a form so you would remember which it is, because once you make a form it will be saved so you can use it. So name something you want to do. You want to press on more volume, which is one of the best for beginners. Intro, you put the greeting, you put, let's say, hello, thank you for pressing this ad. It's just a headline, just a greetings and the description of what you want to do. Then it goes in the questions. Here's the questions that you want to ask them. So let's say if you're working for this mechanic guy, you want an email, full name. Let's say the mechanic asks you that he wants the lead's phone number, you can put the phone number. Or let's say the mechanic doesn't like to fix a certain type of car, so you can like add another question, do let's say short answer, and be like, what car do you have? So yeah, you can put multiple types of question, whatever. Next is the privacy policy, is just a link. You put the links of the privacy policy of this mechanic guy. So let's say this mechanic guy got a website, go on this website, get the link of the privacy policy, just put it here, and that's about it. the ending you'll be like, thank you, you're set. And then depending on what your client wants, you decide one of these. If your client, let's say this mechanic, if this mechanic already has a website, you can go to his website and put the link of his website, or you can put the link of his Facebook page so the people can go directly again on his Facebook page and see what happens. And then here, your website, you can do thank you, bye again. Here, if you want, you can connect with messages. So once a people will send the form to you, you will get the form. I will show you later when you're gonna get it. So once you get the form, you can you can start messaging them on Messenger if you want. It depends all on the client. Here is when you're gonna set up the actual ads picture. So this, and you will choose whatever picture you have here, or if you want to upload the picture from your PC, you can get one from here. And it's really easy. Go next. Let's say I want to do this. Next, you crop it. If you want this, crop it. Depends all on the pages. Always test out different ads, see what's working, see what doesn't working, and then the text, and then enhancements, and then whatever. They just have, this is how it's gonna be. You'll see. So the primary text will be your description, what's gonna appear here. So I'll be like, hello, we are selling good stuff. And here is a preview. So the headline instead is gonna be under here. So let's say book now. Use something flashy so people will be more attracted to it. And the sign up button, depending on what you're gonna do. If it's a book now, if you're booking an appointment, press on book now. If you have to get a quote or learn more, sign up, it will just show up here. The Advantage plus Creative, you don't need it, it's advanced, it's not for the beginners, so I'm just gonna skip through this. And this is the tracking. If your guy has a website, you can set up a pixel, see how many people enter the website, what they buy, and you can retarget those people with even more ads. So if your client has either a website or an app, you can just set it up, and that's about it. So yeah, this is about it. Now I'm gonna close this. Now after you set up your ads, this is how you're gonna be seeing it. The campaign, which is the main, the Mechanic John. So let's say I have another client and his name is Mark. I can just name Mechanic Mark so I don't get confused. The ad set, I can just know John helping blah blah blah, or if I had another client called Mark helping blah blah blah, and the actual ads. Now in the actual ads, here is where you're gonna be spending most of your time tracking these ads. There is the budget that you're spending. Here we put at 28 euros, and the results. This is where you're gonna be seeing the leads. The leads, you can either press on it and there is like a small download button here which you can download, and it will give you the ads in an Excel. Or else what you can do for the leads, you go and again on the Meta business suite, right? You will go here and you will have a lead center. You go and press on it, and what you will see is like paid, which you know that's coming from the ads, because the ads you have to pay, and it will say complete a form. You press on it, there is all the things that you need to know. This about my client, of course I can show it, but yeah, there is all the information. You have their email, their number, whatever it's at, and that's all it has to say. Well, so then here's the impressions, how many people are gonna reach, how many money are you spending per result, and the total amount spent. This is where you can track it, let's say today. So yeah, pretty easy. You can actually manage. It's not that hard, it's not that complicated, it's easy. You're gonna struggle a bit in the first few days, but after that you will get used to it, and it's generally so easy. Okay guys, so this is everything about the Facebook ads. I know it seems complicated, but trust me, after a few days you will manage for sure. Just always remember that great things, for some reason I know this seems weird, but great things always start with what am I even doing? Like I started with what am I even doing? I was asking what am I even doing to myself when I started doing Facebook ads. Yet it just magically worked for me. So if you're ever asking yourself that question, just rest assured that you're doing something right. That's for sure, I promise you that. So before I end the video, I want to give you one last final tip about SMMA. When you're doing a form, I want you to put minimum, apart the contact questions about email, number, personal name, and whatever. I want you to put like 2 extra questions about the leads so that you can qualify the leads and offer your client better and higher quality leads, so that you could also charge even more for those leads and the client will be happier. But anyways guys, today we covered a lot about Facebook ads. I gave you all some tips about SMMA, so I feel like this is all for today's video. I will be seeing y'all next week because I'm trying to upload at least once a week. So yeah, I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye!